What's up, guys? How you doing today? Hope y'all are doing awesome. Hey, we're back. Another National Preparedness Month video, day number 13, I believe. Yep, 13. Today we're going to talk about caches. Now, a lot of people don't talk too much about caches, and I think it's very important. But caches to me it's actually one of my 12 C's of survival because I think it's very important to a survival situation, especially like if you have to like bug out. Yeah, it may not be one of the fun ones, and it may not be something like what goes in my bug out bag. Obviously, you can't put a cache in your bug out bag, and so it's not really too popular. So it's not one that a lot of people talk about. Some do, a lot of them do, but a lot of them don't talk about caches too much. They talk about everything else you can prepare. Prepare, get your food, get your water, get your. But the problem is, where do you put it all? You put it all at your house? Because, I mean, if you put it at your house, yeah, it's good if you're bugging in. That's obviously where you want it all if you're bugging in. But if it comes down to where you got to bug out because everybody's all fixated on bug out, bugging out, bug out bag, grid down, we're going to have to leave, we're going to have to bug out. Okay. But what are you going to do with all your stuff? You're not going to take it with you. I mean, so you're going to want to have it on caches along the way. You're going to want to have it, cache here, put some, along the way, or at least most of it, at least at your bug out location. I mean, and there's a few reasons. One, obviously you can't take it with you if you're bugging out. You're just gonna have to take what you can on your backpack and skedat. And if it's all at your house, what are you gonna do when you get to your bug out location? So you're gonna want to put a lot of it there, regardless where that is. Whatever it is, you're gonna want to find some way to store your stuff there, or at least at a cache or at some places where you can get to it fairly easily from your bug out location or on the way to your bug out location. Another reason is, I mean, regardless, another reason is just since COVID, that's kind of when I started preparing was COVID. I'm a little late to the game. I know a lot of you have been prepping for hundreds of years, but you know what? I'm a little late to the game. I wasn't really into it until, you know, the great toilet paper shortage. That kind of got opened my eyes like, man, I better start stocking up on some stuff because this is real. This is something that could really happen. So, but since then, I've moved almost every year since then. I move a lot. We move around a lot, and it's hard to pick it all up and take it with you. You find a nice place in your house, you stack it all up good, and then you gotta move it, and it's difficult to move it. So if you already have it at some kind of a location, a bug out location, or a cache, get a storage unit or something to store it all in. That way, it's not all at your house. And a third reason you want to have caches and have it not at your house is that other reason. For one, you can't take it with you on a bug out. If you're bugging out because of a people problem, I mean, if you're bugging out because of natural disaster, yeah, have it at the other place. Have it to your wherever you're going location. But if you're getting kicked out of your house by people behaving badly, you're going to grab your backpack or throw whatever you can in your car and you're going to take off driving. You're leaving a bunch of it behind. And what's going to happen at that point? Either one, depending on the nature of people behaving badly, they're going to burn your house down and it's going to be gone. Or they're going to walk in and, hey, let's see what these guys had anyway. Let's check them out. Maybe they got some supplies up in there. And then you just fed, armed, whatever, the enemy. You just gave them all your supplies. So caches. That's why it's like in a bug out situation, regardless what for whatever reason you're bugging out, it's one of my C's of survival. You have to have caches or something, or you're not going to make it very long. You know, if you've got everything at your house and you're bugging out, all your stuff is gone. Every bit of it is gone except what you can throw in your backpack, which isn't going to be much. So I'm just saying it's going to be tough. So caches, and it's good. And like I said, it doesn't have to be much along the way. Just it depends on how far your bug out location is, and that's the other thing is how far of a walk you got to get to your bug out location. Because if you've all got it either at your house or at your bug out location, but your bug out location's a 2-3 day walk, you're gonna run out of supplies quick. You know, it's gonna be, you know, so you're gonna have to figure something out, some one way or another. You're gonna have to figure some caches out along your way, and that's why I think it's very important. Anyway, short video. I'm trying to keep these preparedness videos short. I'm trying to do one a day for September, National Preparedness Month. I'm trying to keep them kind of short. Did them last year. Got them kind of long, and you know, I mean, they did okay, but they're supposed to be just little quick videos. But so keeping it short. National Preparedness Month, Day 13, caches, very important. Says me, you gotta have it. Gotta have supplies along the way to your location, or all in all, you're arming your enemy if you don't. If you just keep it all at your house, whoever the enemy is, whatever the enemy is, whether it's a storm or whether it's people or whether it's a fire, you just armed the enemy. You know, the enemy could be a natural enemy, and you just fed it. Whatever your stuff was, it's gone. You know, regardless if it's people or if it's a natural thing or whatever. And so you got to have some stuff along your way, at your path, along your path, at your bug out location. So anyway, that's the video. Appreciate you. Love you guys. See you in the next one.